Hello and welcome back to another week's episode of Zen Drop Live. My name is Kennedy and I'm here with Zen Drop, and I'm so excited to be able to get on with you guys and discuss all things Zen Drop, e-commerce, dropshipping, and entrepreneurship. If you're new here to Zen Drop Live, we do these every single week to be able to connect with you guys live in stereo so that we can answer any of your questions that you may have about Zen Drop, about dropshipping, anything and everything of the sort. We have Zen Drop leadership popping on at all times. Sometimes Jared and Brad will hop on, as well as other thought leaders within the dropshipping space. So make sure to subscribe to Zen Drop's YouTube, as well as turn on your post notifications so that you can get notified anytime anytime that we have a new video coming out. Before we get started, I want to remind you guys to join the Facebook group for Zen Drop. That is Zen Drop's live. That's Zen Drop exclusive on Facebook. The link to do so is in the description below. The Zen Drop exclusive Facebook group is a place where we will always be updating you guys in terms of products that are trending on Zen Drop's platform, as well as news and updates about the Zen Drop platform. Zen Drop leadership will also be in there answering questions, and it's also a great place for you to create community with other individuals from Zen Drop. So the link to join that Facebook group is in the description below. I also want to remind you guys to join the Zen Rocket Challenge if you are new to dropshipping and or need a refresher course on dropshipping in any way, shape, or form. The Zen Rocket Challenge is a 10-day, fully extensive, free course all about how to start a dropshipping business start to finish. We go through all the ins and outs of the Zen Drop platform, as well as Shopify, how to pick trending products, write product descriptions, marketing strategies, branding, Facebook ads, and so much more. The link to join the Zen Rocket Challenge is in the description below. And also, what's really cool about the Zen Rocket Challenge is that if you join, you get 30 days free on the Pro membership, which is really awesome if you haven't tried Pro before. There's so many cool features on our Pro membership that we really believe take your dropshipping store to the next level. So if you have not tried out Pro, this is a great way to get a little bit of extra time playing around with Pro than you would normally if you would have joined through our website. So now that I'm done with this shameless plugging, I would love to hear where you guys are listening in from. I'm currently in Dallas. As you can see, I'm not in my normal location. So drop in the chat where you guys are listening in from, what part of the country / world that you are in. I want to say hi to you guys. And then also, I want to be able to answer any questions that you guys currently have. I have a list of questions that were previously asked to us through the Zen Drop Live survey that I will also be going through. Another person from California. I'm from California. So I have another list of questions that are already previously asked that we will also go through. However, if you have any questions in the moment, just please shout them out and I'm happy to answer them. So shout them out in the chat on the right side of the screen. So we're going to go ahead and get started by talking about pricing on Zen Drop. We had an individual ask why it seems like the pricing on Zen Drop is so much more expensive than AliExpress. This is actually a pretty common misconception for new Zen Drop users about the pricing on Zen Drop versus AliExpress. In fact, we have a video all about this on our YouTube channel already. If you look up AliExpress pricing on our YouTube channel, you will be able to find this video. So basically, AliExpress is a little bit deceitful, to say the least. Yes, the product pricing on AliExpress is extremely low per unit, depending on what types of products that you're looking at. Now, what you don't see immediately up front with AliExpress is how the pricing of shipping ties into the product. So if you go ahead and if you look at any pricing for shipping for a product on AliExpress, you'll see that in order to get actually affordable pricing, you will need to be paying, for 45-day shipping versus a very standard around 2-week shipping time, which is pretty standard for drop shipping stores. So anything above 45 days in shipping time on AliExpress is typically a really, really high shipping price, which massively influxes the price of your products. So on Zendrop, we wanted to be a little bit easier and straightforward in terms of how our pricing works, which is why if you look at any of the products on our catalog, you'll see that the pricing is very consistent across the board and it's the exact same price. So the reason why we did this is to make the math just a little bit easier for you guys so that you know exactly what you're paying for shipping and don't have to do really hard math every single time you're looking for new products. So we actually factored a portion of the shipping costs into the product itself. That way, again, math is super easy when you're scouring for products. However, we also do work with a lot of different shipping companies in China that are excellent, as well as all over the world, to make sure that we're giving you the best shipping prices possible. So yes, upfront, AliExpress can look cheaper. However, your customers are going to be so much less excited about your product because it's going to take way longer. Your Facebook ad accounts might be shut down. So many things can happen wrong because of how lengthy the affordable shipping prices are on AliExpress. So totally a normal misconception. We do definitely go against the grain in terms of how we price our products. Typically, most of our competitors do it the way AliExpress does, but math is no fun when you're trying to build a dropshipping store when you don't have to do more math than you need to. So that is why we have the products priced the way that they are. If you have any other questions about that, you can feel free to reach out to support@zendrop.com. And they'll be happy to answer any specific questions in terms of pricing on different products. Someone asked, does Zendrop Pro offer custom branding on the packaging? So custom branding on packaging requires an MOQ. That is something that our support team and our fulfillment company can handle for you if you would like to utilize that. It's not necessarily something that's available to any pro member, not because we don't want it to be available, just because it becomes far too expensive for not a really great outcome. So what we do as a workaround for our pro members, if you do not want to pay extra money for custom packaging, is custom thank you cards. So in the Zendrop Pro membership, you are able to upload a custom designed thank you card that is put into every single package that you ship out to your customers. This is an awesome way to utilize marketing in many different ways for your online store. So first and foremost, you can go the very simple route of just making it a thank you card to start building brand rapport with that customer. You can also utilize it to offer free shipping on another purchase if they decide to come back to your store, maybe even an upsell in terms of other products that they could utilize in tandem with the product that they just purchased. There's a lot of different ways to go with this, but the really cool thing is you can change out the thank you card as frequently as you possibly want. You can change it at all times. And so if you change out the thank you card, any orders that are not fulfilled yet, when you decide to fulfill them after changing the thank you card, will now have the new thank you card in their packaging. So that's kind of how we handle that. But if you are seriously considering wanting custom packaging and you believe that your store is scaling fast enough in order to be able to afford that cost, definitely reach out to support and they can guide you in the right direction. Someone asked how many dog products are on the Pro plan. So funny enough, I have actually done a lot of research in terms of dog specific products on Zendrop Pro. I could not give you the exact number because it is in the hundreds of thousands, considering we have millions of products online. But in terms of quality animal products or pet products in general, there is a massive amount on Zendrop. So I was doing a demonstration for an affiliate a couple of weeks ago, and we used dog products as the example for products. And I found so many right off the bat that were great to be able to market to a pet-facing store. Now, if you're unaware, we also have the AliExpress import feature. If there's a specific product that you can't find on Zendrop, but you find, let's say, on AliExpress, but you want Zendrop to fulfill it to be able to have our shipping prices versus AliExpress, you can actually import your products that you find on AliExpress to Zendrop. The minute you make your first sale, our fulfillment team gets those products in our warehouses so that we ship them for you. So AliExpress is not shipping them for you. Has anyone heard of the AliExpress import feature? If not, let me know in the comments. But basically how it works is you can go find that URL of the product on AliExpress, and you can import it to the AliExpress import button, which if you're searching for a product in the product catalog and you scroll down to the bottom of the first page, you should see it. It's nice and orange. So go ahead and do that. And that is how you can import products. And the import process is really, really easy from that way forward. Blue Fairy asks, I'd like to know, how does Zendrop's return policy work? Like, do I add an app? So if you're referring to how to handle customer service in terms of returned products, we are fairly lenient in terms of our return policy. Basically, for the most part, if you refund your customer, we will refund you. There are some unique situations that we wouldn't be able to offer that for you, but we really want to make sure that you are happy with our service and therefore your customers are happy with our service. So if you refund your customer for whatever reason, as long as you can provide proof that you refunded the customer, we will refund you as well. So if that's what you're referring to, that's kind of how the return policy works. If I didn't clarify your question, or if I didn't answer your question, clarify it for me and I'm happy to re-answer it. Does Zendrop integrate with any e-commerce platform other than Shopify? So at the current moment, no, but our developers are working long hours to make this possible for you guys. So we want to be able to offer so many other commerce platforms as a way to provide products for your online store. And so as soon as we are able to integrate with those other platforms, we will let you guys know immediately. We understand that, sometimes people don't necessarily enjoy using Shopify, and that can be a huge reason why you don't use Zendrop. So we want to make sure that you have no excuse not to use us. So yes, we are actively working on integrating with other e-commerce platforms. So if you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, do that to get notifications, as well as make sure you're on our email list. That way you can be the first to be notified when we integrate with another e-commerce platform. Brent asks, does the Academy have training on selling on Facebook Marketplace? So if you're referring to Zen Drop Academy, which is our extremely extensive Facebook advertising course offered to Zen Drop Pro memberships, no, we do not have Facebook advertising, or we do not have Facebook Marketplace information in that course presently. Being able to sell on Facebook Marketplace is actually a new feature that we just recently launched as a way to allow more sellers to be able to use Zendrop. So right now we don't have any coursework on Facebook Marketplace. However, we are in the midst of creating a mega course all about all the other ways you can use Zendrop as well. So when that is live, we will let you guys know. There are also a lot of other resources online in terms of how to utilize Facebook Marketplace with Zendrop. So you can, or with really any fulfillment platform. So you can go ahead and Google those or search them on YouTube. There's extensive knowledge all over the internet already for it. If you're waiting for our course, it should be live. I don't want to promise a date, but in about 3 to 4 weeks, we're hoping. So again, make sure you're subscribed, join our email list so that you will be the first to know about it. But if you do have any specific Facebook Marketplace questions in the interim, our support team is highly trained in order to be able to answer any and all questions about how to utilize Facebook for Facebook Marketplace. So you can, again, reach out to support@zendrop.com and they will be happy to help you out in any way. Aaron asked, do you supply product photos for each product? Yes, we do. So every single product on Zendrop already has products that were offered by the supplier. So whatever the supplier uses as the photos for that product, that is what we upload to Zendrop. Now, what I can say is that we cannot fully control a supplier's branding. That is not in our wheelhouse or in our control. So not always will you find great product photos. For the most part, I would say 95% of the time, the product photos online are impeccable. They're great. They are going to be awesome for your online store. But I also highly recommend that as your online store grows, that you actually take your own product images. You can do so by sending yourself a test order of one of our products that you are scaling that is performing well on your store. And then utilizing branding tactics, we talk about a few of them on the YouTube channel as well, in terms of creating your own product images. But in the meantime, yes, we do offer product images for each product already. Now, what I will say is that we also do offer product descriptions, but our product descriptions are not going to be specific to your store branding. It is going to be very straightforward information in terms of what the product is made of, how the product should be utilized, the sizing of the product, and the supplier information. So these are not necessarily things you want your potential customers to see because it's not really going to sell them on it. The effect of creating a successful, product description is really allowing that customer to envision themselves using the product through a narrative that you create in the product description. Now that does take time and that does take some branding, but it's going to be a higher conversion rate or it's going to be a higher conversion rate in terms of all of your traffic if you do that for yourself. So I always recommend do not keep the product images from Zendrop, but do not keep the product description. Write your own. Make sure that it is cohesive with your brand message. I hope that answers that. You hope to see us integrate with GrooveCart. We have a massive list of e-commerce platforms that we are working through diligently. So GrooveCart is in that list. Don't you worry. I had another question from our survey about subscription boxes. We discussed subscription boxes just slightly last week. And I wanted to clarify something. So a user asked how they work. So basically how the subscription box works. We actually have a video on the YouTube channel walking you step by step through creating a subscription box that will work on your store. But just for the purpose of how it works for creating revenue on your store, essentially what you're doing is you, the Zendrop user, are going to compile a list or a bundle, which is what we call it, of products that you want to sell together. Ideally, these products should be able to work off of themselves, whether they're a photo creating kit with 4 different things to create the best photos, or a baby's first month kit, something of the sort, something where all the products actually make sense together. And you'll want to create multiple of these bundles. You can create up to 12 at a time, and you can send them over at whatever increment of time that you prefer. So how we've been teaching it is to send them every single month. Again, there's a video that walks you through exactly how to do this. I don't have the ability to screen share right now, so I can't show you, but go ahead and search for that video if you have any confusion on it. So what this will do is it'll create a customer who will now be charged every single month, and every single month they will receive a different package from the list of your 12 bundles that you've created in whatever order that you've delegated, and they'll get a new one every single month. This is an awesome way to create recurring revenue because you get to spend less on ads to acquire one customer, because now you're ideally having this customer for a longer period of time. And additionally, it really cuts down on some of the traditional drop shipping issues, which are long shipping times, unhappy customers with, the fact that it might be coming from China or whatever. When you're sending it on a monthly basis, you're negating the shipping problem because they're just expecting a box every month, every 4 weeks. And our shipping times are anywhere between 10 to 14 days. So this is an awesome way to kind of combat some of those drop shipping woes, so to speak, as well as creating recurring revenue for your store. So does a Zen Drop ship with products with Chinese text? No, all of our products are not shipped in packaging that has any Chinese lettering on it at all. So that's something that we really pride ourselves in, is making sure that it looks like it came from your store to the best of our ability. So you will not see any Chinese writing at all on the boxes. Aaron asks, if I add several products to my store and a customer buys more than one, will they ship out to them separately or together? That is actually a very good question. I do believe the answer is they will ship together. I think that this might be unique to the product though. So this would be a really great question for Zendrop support. For example, if they added 2 products from 2 different suppliers, they would not come in the same box. Now, if they added 2 products from Zendrop fulfillment company, there is a large chance that they would come in the same box. So I would definitely reach out to support@zendrop.com about that. And I can also go do my own research and then write that answer in the comments following this video. What is the cost for the thank you card feature? The thank you card feature is included in the pro membership. So our pro membership is $49 a month. You get access to Zen Drop Academy, the custom branding thank you cards, subscription boxes, auto fulfillment. There's so many other really, really cool features on Pro, but it's at no extra cost to you other than your Pro membership. Madison says they usually ship together. That is awesome to know. Thank you, Madison. So Aaron, they usually ship together. As we're adding more suppliers onto the Zen Drop platform, and our warehouses are growing and we're incorporating new ones. I can't say for sure that every single product will ship together, but I can say that most of them do, and it most likely will. Someone asked, would you rather test on Facebook or TikTok? Hi, Debbie. I haven't seen your face in a while. Would you rather test on Facebook or TikTok? So, this is a good question. Facebook is the easiest to test for dropshippers because it's the platform that we've been using for years, right? It's a pretty straightforward testing method. If you've used any of Jared Getz's, our CEO's, testing methods in the past, you know that it's extremely straightforward. It's really easy to gather data, and you're paying for the views, so you have full control over analyzing all of your testing. With TikTok ads, I do believe that they're opening up the TikTok ad platform to more individuals now. For a while, it was really shut down and you had to get a referral in order to get in. TikTok ads are also a great way to test. However, it takes more effort. So it depends on where in your dropshipping journey you are. If you've already found your niche, your branding, how your store is coming through to your ideal customer, then yeah, it might be time to get a little bit more creative with your advertising and go the TikTok route. Facebook is really easy because you can slap up 30 different super easy creatives that you made on Canva. And if 20 of them don't work, great, shut the ads off, right? It's no skin off your back. It's pretty easy to recreate new ads. So it definitely depends on where in your dropshipping journey that you are. Now, if we're talking about native TikTok versus organic TikTok versus paid TikTok, I've always been an avid user and proponent, or I guess I've avidly been advocating, that's what I was trying to say, for TikTok all the time. I think it's a great place to create virality around your products. And as long as your content is great, it's fairly easy to get noticed on TikTok. I've literally seen TikTok quite literally sell out small businesses. Obviously, dropshipping, it's a little bit harder to sell out since we're fulfilling for you. But I've seen it literally put individuals in new tax brackets. If you had one viral video, you could get 1 million orders in a day. So just think of it that way, that TikTok is a great thing to utilize and try out for your online store. But if you're new to dropshipping and you're just trying to test and get information, go the Facebook route. It is the easiest one. Keep dropping your questions in the chat, you guys. I love hearing all these questions. It is awesome to be able to answer them for you. So keep dropping them in. In the meantime, I want to answer a question about finding winning products. We talk about this a lot on the channel, and that makes a lot of sense. This is what we should be talking about, finding winning products. The question originally asked, does Zen Drop curate winning products? So we are actually in the process of creating a more organized way of showing you guys trending or popular products so that you can go ahead and import them to your store as well. So we're actually working on that right now. But in terms of how we curate products on the Zen Drop catalog presently, it is not curated by most popular. It's curated by most recent import to our catalog. So that's how you see it when you go on to the Zen Drop catalog right now. In terms of resources to learn about trending products, look at your competitors. I say this all the time. Look at your competitors. Look at what they are selling. Look at what they're running ads to. If their ads have been running for a while, it means that their product is working and it's selling well. So you can mimic a lot of those products. If you guys don't know about the if you don't know about the Facebook page transparency feature, I talk about this a lot too. So basically, if you go to any Facebook page of one of your competitors and scroll down to the bottom of the sidebar, you'll see something that says page transparency. If you click on that and scroll to the bottom of that page, you'll see go to ad library. When you go to their ad library, you can see every single ad that they have been running. and how long they've been running them for. This is, I think, even better than just going to their store and type in clicking most popular, because a lot of people curate most popular in order to get rid of inventory quicker and things like that. If people are holding inventory. So I like going to their ads to see what really is working right now. What have they been running ads on for the longest? What's the response to the advertising online? And then mimicking those types of products and that type of messaging on your online store is going to be a great way to find trending products. Also, using Google Trends is going to be great, as well as going to Amazon bestsellers. These are Amazon bestsellers is curated by what's purchased the most. So that is the only place I would 100% trust in terms of how to find trending products that are selling a lot. What about Instagram? Some influencers buy followers so they can make their advertising prices higher. Any idea how to deal with them? Yes, this is a really, really big issue with influencer marketing, is finding influencers that haven't bought followers, so to speak. So it's pretty easy to spot the influencers that are pumping their numbers by paying for it, because their engagement's not going to be high. You might see an influencer with 100,000 followers that's getting 500 likes a picture, or 1,000 likes a picture. That's 1% engagement, right? Now, if you see an influencer that's getting 1,000 likes a picture, but they're also getting 400 comments, maybe that is organic. You can also ask for your influencers analytics before actually paying for a promotion. This is really standard in any other marketing practice, so it should be standard in influencer marketing too. If you're a magazine, or if you're a TV or television network and someone's trying to advertise with you, they're going to want to know how many copies you've sold of the magazine, how many viewers of a TV show you have, and what that demographic is. So those are all really normal questions to ask an influencer, and those would be the first things I would ask up front. They should have that ready for you if they are a professional. Now, also, it just takes a lot of time to find the influencers that are going to work best for your brand. So, you can't just find the first one that looks like they sell they talk about the types of products you're selling and just say, yep, that one works. It takes time to vet them. It takes time to really get to know their audience as well. So never immediately decide to work with an influencer. I personally like to follow a bunch of them and just kind of like look at their content, take about a couple weeks or whatever, and be able to scroll through my Instagram feed or my TikTok feed and see what they're posting to really let the ones shine through that are doing well. But in terms of being able to catch individuals who buy followers, definitely look at their engagement. There's also some resources online, I haven't used them in a while, that will actually, if you plug in an influencer's handle, will be able to guesstimate how many followers are real versus fake. I couldn't give you one off the top of my head, but if you look it up online, I'm sure you can find it. Debbie asks, I keep getting people on Instagram that want me to DM them, and they are also a pet product-based site. How is this going to help me? If you're referring to sometimes how you might get DM promotions saying, hey, this person really wants to work with you, go to their profile and DM them. That's a paid form of marketing, and you're just in a bucket that qualifies for the type of accounts that they're trying to reach. That's not genuine outreach. That happens a lot. That's one way to really get around the way that you can't reach out to too many people on Instagram at once. These companies will just employ hundreds of thousands. They want you to collaborate with them. Okay. If they want to collaborate with you, this can help you in a couple different ways. First and foremost, it can get brand exposure for you online. So if they have a larger following, you guys can do a giveaway online and both be able to push up your numbers. You have to remember that in dropshipping, a lot of your customers are one purchase customers or impulse buyers, meaning that they might not be necessarily loyal to your brand. So yeah, you might be working with another pet company, but they're not stealing your customers, so to speak, because most customers in dropshipping are not returning. So don't think of it that way. Try to think of it as a way that can benefit you. So it's probably not going to benefit your sales immediately, but it can definitely benefit your social numbers if they're trying to reach out to you on Instagram or TikTok or what have you. So try to utilize it as a way to increase brand rapport or brand awareness rather than your sales. Any last minute questions, you guys, before we end this week's Zen Drop Live? Well, awesome. Okay, well, thanks again, you guys, for joining this week's Zen Drop Live. We do these every single week. We will be having Jared and Brad back on fairly soon, but also let me know if there's any other thought leaders within the dropshipping space that you'd also like to hear from. We're so excited to start growing the Zen Drop Live again and just be able to connect with you guys in another way and make sure that we can help you out in whatever way possible. So again, thank you so much for joining. We will see you guys next week, and happy Wednesday. Bye, everyone.